Short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. They keep it with Miller on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for... It's caught inside the 25. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And Hyde will not get there as they force him to the ground shy of the marker. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. The kick by Bryant is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, trying to run inside, but nothing there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Check 3. Check 9.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Brissett throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Out of the gun, Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety creeping.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Check, check. Lucky.
On play action, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
15 more yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Ready. Ready. Check 15. Check 15. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Jam, 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 jam.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I got it. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Go. Slam. Switch. Shift. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run on first down. Grant, he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
He wasn't ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Let him know.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out, and the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And it's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Rush in.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? The mic. 41's the mic. Let's get the ball. Chuck.
Brissett to throw on first. And the catch made by Hilton. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Grant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. A little juke, and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They go back to Grant. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Brissett from the gun on third. That's complete to his running back, Grant. Space to maneuver at the 40. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Corey Grant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Watson, and it's complete to Antonio Gates. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Watson. Finds his target. It's Gates. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. On first down, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Grant. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw, Brissett looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Corey Grant, 87 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees and the Saints had more with 6. Here's Watson. Gates with a grab. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Everson Griffin. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's over.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Brissett on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use it. And it's a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Brissett down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Now Watson. And Stills bringing it in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They come out here in the eye. Now Watson going to sneak it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Watson on the sneak. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Indianapolis, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our